It felt like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He's like, I practiced the lines, but now it don't look like I practiced. What's going on here? What the? How is this tangled? I just put this freaking cord in. Back up to this camera. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Full Circus. My name is Tristan Sartoris, and I would just like to gauge the room real quick. Let me ask the class, what does it mean to be embarrassed? What does it mean to feel less than, that you performed not to your standard, or whatever it is? Do you feel less than other people, or do you feel less than yourself? What is embarrassment, and what does it feel like? What does it mean to you? I'll tell you what it means to me. Right now, dude. That's what embarrassment feels like. It feels like being me. I want to tell you a story, okay? And mind you, this is a fresh wound. I don't know if I'm going to be able to laugh about it. It happened 25 minutes ago, okay? It's like the Ziploc baggie of mental damage. I love to perform, okay? And I love to prepare for such performances, okay? I just had the most embarrassing moment of my professional career, second only to my impromptu strip session with Old Spice, where they asked me to take my clothes off 5 minutes post Biggie bag from Wendy's. But this was just as horrifying, and it hit me so deep in the core. So all the performances, everything I do, it all means a lot to me, and I don't take it for granted, and I know it's kind of silly and whimsical, but I approach it with such a professional level, or at least I try my best to, okay? And even outside of the job itself, I'm just a preparer in everything I do. Whatever the task at hand is, whether it's a big job, a small job, all I can do is prepare and focus on it. I would say it's one of my best and worst traits, okay, is that I kind of tunnel vision on things. I can't be anywhere but dwell on the task at hand and prepare for it. So I've got this big job coming up, okay, 2 days out, it's scheduled. I see it's coming. Now, I prepare, okay? And I don't even think about what's happening this weekend. I'm barely thinking about Thanksgiving or the holidays. All I'm thinking is this job. I want to knock it out of the park. I want to prepare. I want to do my best. Because it's not just for me. It's not just so I can walk in and be like, hey, I'm the crushing it. Like this, like the creative kind of stuff, people put so much of their life into. You know, it's so personal to them, and the time and effort. And I want to make sure I'm never the one dropping the ball, right? I always want to prepare and do my absolute best. So I do exactly that, and I'm studying the script, and I'm going into this thing, and I'm trying to be on my game in every aspect. And again, I can't explain exactly what it is or why it didn't go right. I just want you to know that I prepared, but when I got into the call, I realized very quickly the way I prepared was not the way I should have been preparing, okay? It was hard left field foul. Everything I did for naught. In fact, the past 2 days, everything that I'd put into it actually became a detriment. It made it that much harder for me to redirect course and get to where I should have been preparing. I made negative progress while preparing. So I get into this thing, and they're trying to get me to a certain place and a certain point, and I just can't do it, man. And I slowly try to figure it out right towards the, like literally right at the end. And I just felt like such a failure, dude. It hurt me so much, man. Because again, I love this and I love what I'm doing. And to have these people who, again, they're putting just as much time in or more, okay, and then I walk, hey guys, what's up? I'm just going to do some silly voices. It's going to be pretty quick. Like, it looks like I just didn't care at all, okay? And I don't want that to ever be the case. Even when I don't care at all for something, I want you to think and feel that I care, because I care how you care. But it was tough, man. It was tough. I hate it when it looks like I fell so flat on my face, man. It was so bad, okay, for a brief second. This lasted hours, okay. 18 minutes into the call, I'm staring at the little red X on the tab, and I'm thinking, how fast could I could just leave. I could sail away. I could forget this whole career. I could just move on. You know, I was just like, I was planning on it in my head, my escape. How would this go? What would this look like for me? What are the next steps? And, I mean, it was just intrusive thoughts and whatever. I was happy to be there. I was so ashamed, okay? I was just to my core. And to have all these people looking at you and watching you, and you feel like you're in a zoo, okay? But it's a zoo for failures. You're like, hey, check this out. He's still going. You think he's ever going to break out of this zoo? No. And I'm just like, I don't know why I'm here. It was so tough, dude. It felt like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where he comes in, he's like, I practiced the lines, but now it don't look like I practiced the lines. I practiced them, and now I don't look like I goddamn practiced them. A fucking baboon. That's how I felt. I put a lot of effort into it, and it looked like I just wasted all their time. Oh, it was heartbreaking, man. So this literally 25, 30 minutes ago. I'm still getting over it, but I have to do this podcast. And it was brutal, man. Okay? If my feelings indicate that at all, it's embarrassing. That is what embarrassment feels like. It feels like the now. It feels like the present. And I'm going to try and move forward. I'm going to try and move past it, but gosh dang it, man. If that does not, like, what is it about embarrassment? And just so unprofessional, man. What is it? What is it? So feel free to let me know any very embarrassing moments in your life to cheer me up. You know, I would like to hear some other people fail. I want to hear other people who made mistakes, and even when they tried to do their best, it still didn't go good. You know, that whole saying, just go in there, just try your best, everything will be okay. I tried my best and then some. I spent all my time dwelling on this, and it made it so much worse, dude. Oh, my. I'm going to get over it somehow. I got to get back on the ball. And the worst part is, like, even people are like, hey, you're doing good. You're doing good. And you're like, I know that I'm not, but I want you to know that I can. I want you to know that I can do good. This is not indicative of what I can bring to the table, I promise you. But they don't know me. They don't know. I could be like, hey, I'm sorry. Like, I was doing everything that I thought you wanted me to do, but I wasn't. And that sucks. So as prepared as you can think you are, sometimes you're just not. And doesn't that suck, man, when you think you got the blueprints to a house and it turns out you're building it underwater and you're like, huh? This is a whole other element. I don't know where we are. I don't know what the rules are to this game. And you get washed out, man. You get washed out. So I should have left. I should have left the call. But it was a lot of fun. I mean, we got what we wanted. It took a lot longer, and next time going into it, I will make the adjustments necessary to frickin' crank it. But it was brutal. It just, I don't know. It just eats you alive. It feels, it's just embarrassment or unprofessionalism or whatever feeling you're supposed to latch onto that. You're like, you know? And that's pretty intense, you know? If you ever feel like that, dude, seek help. So anyways, guys, how are you? Hope you're doing well this season. We got ourselves a nice little window back on here. It is freezing. I don't know if you can see my breath. Alexa, what is the temperature inside?
The family room temperature is 43.5 degrees.
Hey, it's gone up, dude. It was 35 in here a little bit ago. You know what I think we're going to start doing for this window is not making it an icy landscape out there, but instead a nice warm cabin filled with rugs and couches and blankets and fire. And we are on the outside. We're not looking out at the storm, dude. We are the storm. It's so cold in here. Nothing's been fixed. It's, in fact, getting worse and worse, man. And that is just, you know, look, do I wake up every morning and say, I hate my life? Absolutely. Yeah. It's cold, man. And you might be asking me, Tristan, why isn't it fixed yet? 3 different episodes you've come on here fogging up the lens because it's so freezing. You had first the equipment was overheating and now it can't power on because it's so cold. And you say, Tristan, what is going on? Why? Why are you so cold? Why are you living like a barbarian? Even cavemen had fire in their homes. Well, it's inappropriate for you to ask me that. Okay, I have my reasons. I don't know all the reasons for the reasons, but I have the reasons. But anyways, I'm freezing. The pieces are in place to make it warm in here. It's just not yet, okay? And that's all I'll say. All I'll say is that I'm cold, but we're powering through, man. It's important to try and, you know what? I failed in my acting sense, okay? I had a very embarrassing, but we're going to act warm today, okay? Life's all about acting. It's not just theatrical, but you just got to, you know, act like you're okay. Act like you've been there. Act like you're not a criminal, which is a segue. Guys, I don't know what the statute of limitations are from running from the police, but I hope it's about 20 hours. Okay, so here's the deal. I can't go into all the details of why I ran the red light. Okay, I mean I could, but it's not important. The point is, is that it was a deep shade of red, and I ran it quite blatantly. And it was a very intense moment for me. Am I a good guy? Probably. I'm one of the best people I know, but I ran this red light, and you know when you run a red light and it's kind of like on accident, you go, oh man, I hope nobody saw that. I ran a deep shade of red, okay? It has been red for a while, and I still ran it, and I was clearly in the wrong, and I still went, oh, I hope nobody saw that. Now, would you believe me that as I fly through this intersection, I'm like, there was a cop right there, second row. Easily one of the most heart-pounding moments of my life. The last 24 hours have been rough for me, guys. Just cold, chased by the police, and failing where it really counts. But anyways, yeah, dude, I fly through this red light. Okay, again, details don't matter, but I fly through it very late, and I see we make eye contact. Lights, whoop, whoop. Oh, crap. Now, there is somebody in front of him. He's in the second row. I realize I have about 8 seconds, okay? 8 seconds to make a move. And I don't know why I did what I did, but I thought, well, there's no one really out here, and technically he's not behind me yet. Who's to say he was even coming after me in the first place? So I have 8 seconds to make my getaway. So where he's at, his vantage point, there's a big hill. I think if I can just fly over this hill and drift down, I can get out of his eyesight and I can try and get away. Again, I don't know why this is happening, but I was just in the moment, and I thought, I can't. What? I'm gonna get dinged. Okay, I just blew a red light again. I didn't mean to do it. Okay, I want to say that. All right, I'm not just not right criminal. There were accidents. There were steps in place. Could it have been avoided? Absolutely not. Well, maybe, but I didn't. Anyways, so this cop, he's chasing me. I can see in the rearview mirror that this lights, whoop, 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 they ran that corner. They start to get closer. I am flying. Now, I want to be clear. There's nobody else on the road right here. I'm not at a risk at anybody, and my lights are on, okay? I'm still obeying the law. I just don't know for sure that he's after me. So I'm driving a little reckless. I didn't mean to break the law before. Right now I am. So I get over this hill, and as soon as his lights disappear and I realize that he can't see me for a second, I slam on the brakes, and I drift into the side. Okay, I drift down this little lane, and I hit that down into another cul-de-sac, and I turn around, and I come back out to the road, okay, because in my head, I'm like, well, he's going to be looking for somebody who's driving away, so what if I start driving towards him? So I could have he went that way kind of moment. And that's exactly what happened, dude. He drove past. It was one of the greatest moments of my life. Now, I didn't mean to break the law, okay? I want to make that very clear. I'm a good, sweet summer child. But was there a little bit of thrill in this moment? I'm not saying I'm going to turn to a life of crime, but I get it, all right? There was something about it. So I got away. My heart was racing so hard. I was like, no way. No. Now, it was dark, so the cop wasn't stupid or anything like that. I don't think he just didn't see my car. Is there a chance that maybe he was going after somebody else? I guess. It was a complete red light. Snowy, and I'm the only one that blew it. It would be weird if he was like, oh, we just got to go down the same way, or, oh, you freaking... insert coffee or donut joke here. But anyways, yeah, I'm a safe driver, okay, is what I'm trying to say. And if there are any cop friends listening, I do want to say I didn't mean any of that. It was all a lie. That's probably why I embarrassed myself so much. Maybe that was karma. But I do want to say it was so close. I mean, points on my license, money was all dangling in the balance, and thank you, Jesus, that we got away. Is that fair? Can I do that? Can I thank the Lord for escaping a crime? Would he help me? You know what, Lord, if you did help me with that, I love you. I'm tipping double, okay? I'm tithing double this Sunday. Everybody tip your angels. So it was pretty, it was brutal, okay? It's been an interesting few days. But hey, guys, how are you doing? What's going on? What's the word? Huh? What's going on? We did last episode was Black Friday. That's right. Hope you got everything you wanted. Hope there weren't too many fights. I hope you ate a lot of pie. I hope life has been splendid for you. And that's what I'll say. First and foremost, I hope the Christmas and the holiday season is everything you want it to be, okay? Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's hard. I mean, I've never had a hard holiday season, and I know a lot of people say that. Christmas, it's really weird that it's such a merry and jolly time, and a lot of people, it's like, oh, the holidays, you know? And it's got to feel so weird to be in a negative frame of mind or have negative things. And usually it's financial or personal or relationship or any other factor of life. It could be anything, but it's always interesting because then you're like I don't know, you're like not playing the same game. You know, you're in a different sport and you're like, what? Everyone else is doing this. And it's just, you know, it's kind of like being cold in your own house. And I get it. Okay. Is what I'm trying to say. So I did, my brother once said that to me. I don't know why people have hard times at the holidays, but one time my brother said that and he was 20 or something like that, and he was just in a bad mood, and they're like, what's your problem, what's going on? He's like, you know, it's just really hard around the holidays. You're like, for what, dude? You got money, you got a family that loves you, what's happening? He was just grumpy, he didn't sleep enough or something, I have no idea. But it's just sometimes people are just over dramatic, and sometimes people want to just hop on the bus. But nobody, you know, it's weird because it's the happiest, most wonderful time of the year, and yet it's one of the hardest times of the year for a lot of people. Nobody has, you know, I'm just really having a hard Halloween this year. You know, Halloween's really just been hard on us this season. You know, no one does that. Nobody goes, oh, yeah, Earth Day's coming up, huh? It's been a rough Earth Day for a lot of us. You know, we've you know, been looking at it, leaves, trash, garbage. It's been a hard Earth Day. You know, sometimes Ramadan or any. Do people have hard Hanukkahs? I would like to ask that. I've never heard anyone say it's a really hard Hanukkah season this year. I don't think so. I think it's only the Christmas folks. Only people like, yeah, freaking Christmas is rough on a lot of people. We need to investigate that. I want to know why the merriest people, or where we should have the merriest kind of group, are the most down. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had a hard Christmas. I'm young, dude. I don't have any problems, you know, and I know I just complained about the law looking for me and I'm freezing and my professional career's in the toilet, but I don't have, you know, that's a little thing. I can get over that. I don't have enough. I'm waiting. Like at some point, I think life's really going to crush me and then I'll have a hard holiday season, but you know, the little stuff I can get over. So it's not really fair for me to, you know, point blame. But I'm still interested. You know what? In fact, I'm kind of like a holiday wizard. All right. Now, if you have any questions and you need advice this season, feel free to comment or contact me. Okay, whether it's on social media or by pigeon or email at FullCircusPodcast.com. If you have any questions or need tips or tricks this holiday season to have the happiest time, write into the show and I will respond. And we will see. I wonder if I can cure seasonal depression. Is that egotistical to say? Perhaps. Okay. But I might be freezing, but my heart isn't. Dude, you know that's why you know cold sucks, is that everything else is, I would like a nice warm meal, a nice warm hug. I'm approaching this with burning passion. Nobody comes for freezing passion. He has a cold heart. You're as cold as ice. Okay. Everything that's cold is bad. All right. And it's so cold, even Jack Frost would have a blanket, honestly. It's no good. But, you know, there's never any, there's no good sayings for cold, is there? I would like a freezing cold meal. Just the coldest hug, man. Just give me the cold. You know what? That's probably why old people are so bitter, is that their circulation's getting worse and worse and they're just getting colder. I get it. It's called the bitter cold. They don't want to say, oh, it's so bitter hot out right now. It's not. It's cold, the bitter. It's the frost. Yeah, I get it. I'm slowly, my heart might be slowly growing cold. So I gotta find a way to stay warm out here, guys. I have so much fun doing this show. Have I said that before? It's such a great, and sometimes you know, you do it in the days packed or things are going on. And you're like, why am I even, you know, what is, I can't miss an episode for what? For why? Excuse my nose is running. I got to do a podcast right now in 35-degree weather. It might as well be snowing in here. Seriously. But I have so much fun with it. And regardless of, sometimes it could be hundreds or thousands, never hundreds of thousands, but sometimes it could be anywhere there. Sometimes it could be 5. Sometimes it's, hi, Mom. It could be nobody or it could be everybody. And I am just so, I love it so much. There's just something so silly. And I don't think I need to record it necessarily. I think it helps that I have a number to it, like the 196, and you go like that. But you could do this in your own closet or your own free time. You don't need to waste all your money and put up a freaking thing and make a bigger. But it's I don't know. It gives you some sort of I don't know if I wouldn't say coping or anything like that. You could talk to people, and you should talk to people, and you should talk to friends and family and whatever. But it's like, I don't know. It's something in your brain to look forward to no matter what. When you have a big vacation, you're like, oh, no, a few weeks, we're going there, we're going there, we're going there. We got this, we got that. It's like, it's something, and it's not like work, even though it is. It's taking effort. But it's really interesting that it is perpetually something that is on my mind. Like, I can't wait to get to that. So I live my life in a constant, like a hamster on a wheel, and I keep getting fat. Bing, bing, a new coin. Do hamsters like coins? But I enjoy it so much. So I appreciate anybody who does listen, as always, whether it's just the family or friends, or sometimes new people come along and you guys, like hearing me complain. I don't want to complain. However, people like that the most for some reason. I don't know. It's kind of been an interesting thing is, if I'm complaining about it, this is what I'll say. If I'm complaining about something, I don't actually care. If I'm bitter, I would never share it on here. This is all just for fun and laughs and crap. Like, there's tons of things that I'm actually like, oh, this is bothering me. It would never come up here. But people tend to like my struggle, which I think that means they hate me. I don't know. But it's fun to kind of twist things, I guess, and make fun of it in a way, or make fun of the people who have wronged me, or make fun of yourself. Sometimes you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, you gotta look at yourself and you say, what's up with that? Hey, why did that happen? Hey, can I ask you, Tristan, what went down back? What were you thinking back there with the red light, with the profession? What? Hey, why? And that's a lot of fun to do. So that's I don't know. We're the reason I was thinking about that is because we're closing out 200 episodes, and I hope I can do something kind of fun and extravagant. But we got so much Christmas stuff back. I don't know. We'll see what we can do, guys. I'm gonna think about it. I'll think about it. We'll think together. Everybody, put your thinking caps on. Let's all come together and do some thinking, brainstorming. So yeah, guys, let me know how your holiday season's going. What's the word on the street? Do you have any? What's the dream? What's the dream this Christmas? What's the goal? What's the overarching mission? I'll tell you what, dude. I have so many like small and little dreams, man, that have nothing to do with career or people in my life, except like this is one that I thought of right as summer was ending, because I passed by a lemonade stand, okay, and I had no cash in my wallet, but I was driving on my bike. And for some reason, when you're driving the bike, I'm not cool, but people think I'm cool. I don't know why. They have no idea that I'm blasting the Moana soundtrack in my bike helmet. But I'm driving a motorcycle past. Oh, the freaking guy, I'm like, to the light and the sign, the skis stay behind me. That's just an idiot. But to them, like, the cool bike guy. And what I would love to do is, because whatever, I would love to be the cool guy who just gives them money, like I would love to drop $100 bill on somebody with a lemonade stand. That's become one of my new dreams. And you know what? I get it. You know what I mean? Like I know how hard it is. I've had a lemonade stand, and I know how hard it is for nobody to stop by, and they drive right by and they look at you and they're like, hey, get a real job, you're 17, and you're like, I'm trying my best. So I know what it's like for nobody to give you money at one of these things. So I would love to just drop a hunch on somebody and they go, oh my gosh, $100. And that's the dream, guys. That's the dream. I'm going to make that happen this summer. I'm going to give money to the people. I'm going to say, just, hey, keep the change. And they're like, was he listening to Moana? Because I can hear me. It's shiny. What an idiot. I don't know. Maybe I have to pretend to be cool. Do you have to, if someone gives you money and they're not cool, does it still matter? Or is it the fact that they're cool? And they go, that guy was cool and he thought we were cool enough to have money. I feel cool. But if an idiot gives you the shirt off his back, you're like, ew. You know what I mean? If a cool guy gives you his leather jacket from a motorcycle, you go, I'm going to remember this forever. Okay? But if an accountant gives you the pencil out of his chest pocket, do you go, freaking yeah? Or do you go, hey, goodbye, sayonara? There's something to be said about being cool. I wouldn't know what it means to be cool, but sometimes, occasionally, people misinterpret me and what I stand for as cool. So anyways, life's been good. Life's been nice. Has it? Yes, I think so. You know what? It's important to find as much joy as you can in the things that you can. I think that's pretty much it. We have some other stuff we can talk about, but I think I do struggle with trying to figure out what I want to say when in my head, I'm just like, I can't wait until I turn this again. Like, as much as I just went on this whole tangent, hey guys, I love doing this. It's so much fun. After I cross the 20-minute threshold, after I hit that mark, I go, I can't wait to put a jacket back on. Can't wait to turn the freaking furnace on. But it's too loud. So anyways, guys, I think that's it. Absolutely. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Always, whether it's just the 5, 10, 15, or 1,000, whoever takes the time to enjoy the nonsense. Oh, by the way, these are shelves that are supposed to go up on the podcast as well. We were supposed to get some brackets for these. I bought some, or I was trying to buy some, and then they took them back for some reason. I think that because there's a lot of details I don't really remember, but point is they're there. Okay, so it's they might not be. Okay, rotated the right way. The orientation of the shelf might not be there, but it's there. All the pieces are there. It's kind of like wearing a sweatshirt backwards. You know, it's like, it's not proper, but I see what you're going for. And that's kind of what the show's all about, is that it's never quite put together, but you see the vision. We're going to change the name. Guys, welcome back to See the Vision. Hopefully you can. But trust me, there's an overarching theme and goal here that we're never going to reach. And that's life, baby. Ha, ha, Hallmark, where you at? So, guys, anyways, again, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Full Circus. I've been Tristan Sartoris. I will continue to be Tristan Sartoris, and it's freezing and it's cold, and I love you, and stay warm, not with the temperature, but with my words, because I care. If there's anything else I'm forgetting, hey, I didn't mean to. Yeah, I think that's it. Guys, yeah, there's always this feeling that I got something important to say, but I know that I don't, so I'm just going to say, I love you. I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.